Welcome to episode 34. If you're new to the show and you're new to Guns on the 701, we are now more than just one show. We are 4 shows. And just got a little, I'll play in a little bit here, but coming up on tonight's show, Barnett, we're going to go over the Barnett XP 405 crossbow, which is the one I own. Smith & Wesson's got a new suppressor optimized series of AR-15 rifles. I'm going to go over my go-to 22 long rifle round. Silencer Central, taking FedEx to court. Had a deal with them. FedEx broke the deal. Delaware, this is unbelievable to me. Delaware law requires hunters under 21 to have adult supervision. Really, under 21 adult supervision. Hey, what's up, Boom Country? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for clicking in. And of course, at the end of the show, we're gonna end up with the happy ending chronicle. But like I said, right off the top, we got Guns in the 701s, not just one show anymore. We're now 4. Got a little 30-second snippet here thrown together by our man Deacons and his crew down at the radio station. And sorry, Deke, I can't remember where you are in South Dakota. What's up, Josh? Hey, Brian Warner, my fellow MVE. I'm going to play this little. It's a little promo for all the shows we got now on the Guns in the 701 network. It's only about 30 seconds, so we'll be right back and we'll get right into it here, gang.
4 voices, 1 network. Guns in the 701. Guns in the 701.
Straight talk and American grit.
701 Nation.
Your community, your country, your say.
Blackbeard Logic.
Friday nights, sharp minds, sharper debate.
And Sunday Sportsman Devotion with Vance Bishop.
Faith for the field and stream. Sunday, 7 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Central.
Powered by LAUER Auto Repair and KALON'S Auto Service. Additional support from Horton's LaserCraft, Slash H Ranch, and Little Angry Man Firearms LLC.
Right on. Thanks, Deacons. Kind of like that. Nice little intro to all the shows on here that we got going on, all the live streams. So I like that. And what do we got? Josh, saw yesterday that the commie government of California banned the sale of Glocks. Yeah, they did, Josh. Not going to hit on that tonight, but I will tell you guys this. Filling in Friday for Clayton. Clayton's boy still is having some medical problems. I guess the rest of you guys are stuck with me for tonight and episode 35 on the 22nd. And again on the 29th, this month, Jeb Williams is joining me, Game and Fish Director, and Scott Bachmeyer. Not just a great radio personality, but my friend joining us the 29th for call it the Deer Mixer. We're going to be talking deer. Jeb's going to be on for the first 30 minutes. Next week, probably going to be just like this unless I get a guess. But yeah, Friday. So Friday I'm filling in anyways, Josh. I think we're going to talk about that Friday. Mitchell in the morning, KFYR 550, 99.7, iHeartRadio.com. Going to be doing that. And it's going to be a fun show with Todd as usual. And of course, Friday night, Blackbeard Logic with our man Leon Francis down there. He's going to be on doing that, and should be a great weekend. And if you guys, we just saw on there, Vance Bishop's doing, our man Vance is doing Sunday Sportsman's Devotion, so that should be pretty good. Give me 1 second here, guys. I apologize for anybody listening on the podcast here. I know it's painful, and I got to share this, but I'm doing it, and this is the last one I'm going to share, and then we're going to get right into some shit here. So last week, I know some of you are anxious to know the Faiachi SBR ammo, the short-barreled rifle ammo. Got some in. Axe and I tried it out. Major disappointment. Majorly disappointed in that ammunition. I love Faiachi. This is not a slam on Faiachi, but this particular brand, we took some video and then with the chrono, the lab radar chrono, not even close to. Honestly, I think just a regular ammo is pretty much as fast as that stuff. So sorry, I can't recommend that stuff. Like I said, no slam on Faiachi. I shoot Faiachi ammo. I love Faiachi ammo. It was accurate, but it was slow as hell. And the other stuff we were talking about that I tested before, I can't remember. That was super fast, but it wasn't accurate. So Josh says, that's an awesome ammo. Thanks, Josh. Eric Newman, good evening, Eric. Good evening, fellas and ladies from the better of the Dakotas. Well, that's his nice intro. Good evening, 701Nation. Good evening, One Shot Cab. Yeah, real good job on that intro. I like that. Boom Country Hydrographics. Yeah, Boom was on with me. I think we were talking about that. He said that's this one. It Boom, I was really excited about that ammo, and it was so disappointing. Just like let the freaking air out of me. I told that Axe before we started, I said, I'm trying not to get too excited about this stuff. I think like out of the 16-inch barrel, out of the 308, the 125 stuff was going like 29, average like 29.45. Not impressed. The 77 grain stuff out of the 223 on the 16-inch, we did it out of like the 8.5 and the 16 and the 22, and very, very disappointing. Anyways, I'll get off of that. Pheasant opener, had a great time. Wind freaking absolutely sucked ass. Seen a lot of birds, so that was promising. Man, they were getting up way in front of us too that opening day. I don't understand why, but they were. Got some birds. Blackbeard was going to come out, but man, the weather just sucked, and he was going to sleep in his tent. That would have been just absolutely brutal in like the 40-mile-an-hour winds, and it wasn't warm. It wasn't warm either. So yeah, I don't know how your guys' pheasant opener went. It was good. We deep fried a bunch of pheasant breast and we did have a pretty good time with the friends and family we had there. So hey, Steve Langley, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see. Appreciate you jumping on, buddy. Did some stuff with Steve here when he was running the Friends NRA, and I was on a volunteer for him. Great guy. Love Steve Langley. Really good guy. Boom Country says, well, we will play when the shy tack lands in. Right. He did get the shy. That's awesome. He's great. I love it. All right. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. I'll give you guys a rundown one more time. We're going to get right into it. And I got the first one I'm going to talk about here, the one that I thought would bore people more than anything. But Barnett XP405 crossbow, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Smith & Wesson, they got new suppressor optimized M&P15 series, which I like these. I like Smith & Wessons. A little pause there for my Coors Light break. And then we're going to talk about my go-to 22 long rifle round. I mean, we'll probably get some good discussion on this one. And I've tried tons of these out, but I do have one round that I count on for not just target and varmints, but if my life depended on it, that's what I'm going to use for 22. Silencer Central's taking FedEx to court. FedEx backed out on it. Looks like FedEx is going anti-Second Amendment. That sucks. Delaware law requires hunters under 21 to have adult supervision. So I guess in Delaware, if you're 20, you're not a freaking adult. You need adult supervision. And then the happy ending chronicle. So Josh says took the boy out pheasant hunting and he shot a turkey. Hey man, whatever it takes. When you're shooting something, it's always fun. Filling one of his 2 tags. That's awesome, man. It's I'm not a big turkey hunter, but man, people who turkey hunt are very passionate about it. So Eric Newman says water break is what you mean, JD. Yeah, right. The Coors Light water break for sure. Boom. It says that last word didn't come through for me. Blackbeard Logic, my man, LF, F and go, gents. Indeed. Let's do it. Let's hit it right now. And I know I always say I'm going to start and then I come up with something else. I got a little video too, about a minute video later. It's going to talk about the Deer Rifle Steel Challenge coming up here on the 25th. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make this one. As some of you know, my dad has got cancer. So, sorry about that. And he's in the Racing Hall of Fame, so I might have to take him to something for that and miss it, which is fine. Apologize. Anyway, Barnett XP405. Let's get into it here. Stinger 22 ammo. All right, I did try the Stinger too. Boom, but we'll talk about it. I got it coming up here in the 22 thing. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. So Barnett the XP405 is the one I actually have. I haven't harvested anything with it. There is a couple videos out there I did with it. On my first one I did with my daughter out at my dad's place, on my 701Nation JD channel. You can watch that one. I was actually with the 100 grain tips, the hunting broadheads, and the second one I did, which I think is a better video, out at Axe's place, and I was with the 125 grain broadhead. So if you're crossbows or you care about crossbows, Boom says prayers, buddy. Thank you. Josh, sorry to hear about your pops. Thanks, man. I hope we can come through it. Gonna be a rough one, but we'll see what happens here. I mean, you think you can keep it together, but it's rough too. So so the XP405 here, I got this shootingwire.com. I get a lot of stuff from there too. Great website for information. Recognized by the industry as the best value crossbow, which I got it for, they say MSRP 600. I think I got it for 5 at Runnings, which I thought was a pretty good deal. And they say continues to be the top choice for hunters looking for a powerful, lightweight, and affordable crossbow. It is. I think that's affordable. It is definitely more lightweight. I do like that crossbow. Clay says your dad's always included in my prayers. Thank you, Clayton. I appreciate that, my friend. It's built for those who demand performance in the field without breaking a bank. As I said, I thought it was fairly affordable. And a lot of people say Barnett's shit, and maybe at some point it was, but I think it's pretty solid. I think it's pretty good. The craftsmanship is pretty damn good on it. Sends an arrow downrange at a blistering speed of 405. They call it an arrow. I don't know. I call it a bolt. I'm a crossbow. I think it's a bolt. Bow guys say arrows. 405. It was about 405 with the 100 grain broadhead. I switched to the 125s because it lined up way better with the drops in there, and I took the, according to the chronograph when I did it, down to about 375, 380, which is still, if you're going 375 to 380 feet per second out of your crossbow, I mean, you're probably going to blow that thing through a rhino. So that is more than enough. And the drops, like I said, the drops lined up way better, and the drops go out to 80 yards. I shot it out to 80, not only at my dad's place, but at Axe's place. And so check it out. They're pretty good videos. I got a lot of views, especially the one on my 701Nation JD channel. Blackbeard says it's a bolt. Yeah, I mean, it is to me too, Blackbeard. Steve Lanning says shoots a bear, it goes 375. Killed 7 deer in the last 3 years. Awesome. Damn. So yeah, I looked at that goes too, Steve. So like I said, Barrett gets banged around for being like cheap shit. I mean, it's not one of the, like, what are the $2,500 crazy things that shoot, like, I mean, those are freaking awesome. That's not in JD's price range in the wheelhouse. So yeah. But and I haven't killed one with this. Like the 2 deer that I killed with my crossbow, actually Eric Newman owns right now, which hey, that was a great crossbow too. So let's go through this a little bit. Like all Barrett crossbows, it says designed with hunter safety and comfort in mind without compromising performance. Features an ambidextrous safety. Safety's real nice on their anti-dry fire trigger. Yeah, when you cock it, the safety automatically goes on, so you're not gonna be able to drive. They say pass through palm rest. I mean, it's like a pistol grip with this stupid bar on it. It's probably for some states to use, so don't got a pistol grip and they can ban it. Assault crossbow. And they got a thing up front there so your fingers won't get up. You never shot a crossbow. It's nice to have that deal where you're holding up front because your fingers will go in there. That string hits your fingers, you're going to lose some fingers. So that's pretty nice. Trigger tech. Trigger delivers a crisp 0 creep 3-pound pull. And I will say that trigger's freaking money. Just like it was on, Eric, what's the name of that one? Yeah, there you go. Boom Country. The Ravens are the ones that are like super fast and like really nice. You can buy a crank for mine too. I don't have a crank. I did mention when I cocked it with a cocking roll, the sucker was harder to cock than my other one. Doug Wolf says I'm a cracker on a budget. That is true. Boom Country says crossbows are bolts. I'm archery tech, and if you follow maintenance and lube per instruction, they are good. All right, yeah, there you go. That's right. I forgot you are doing the archery thing too, aren't you, Boom? Boom does all kinds of stuff, man. That's freaking awesome. I am going out Saturday. This Saturday, I'm heading back up to the ranch. There's a couple mule deer I'm after. There's a real nice 4x4, and there's a big 2x2. I'd love to get that 2x2 of my crossbow, actually, and he is coming in, so I might get him. I'd love to get him. He's actually a 3x3 because he's got little, probably like 1-inch brow tines, but whatever, man. It's the thrill of the kill. I'm definitely a rifle guy and a rifle hunter, but the thrill of the kill with the bow is just like a rifle, man. Blackbeard says he's got copyrights on that, Dougie, which Dougie said cracker on a budget. Blackbeard calls it baller on a budget. So my days of balling are probably gone. So anyway, I'll continue on. XP405 comes ready to hunt with a complete package. It includes 20-inch headhunter arrows. They're 400 grains. I bought actually you can buy the Barnett, like I think it's a 3-pack with the lighted nocks. They come red, white, and blue. I love lit nocks. I don't want to hunt without those. 100 grain target points. Yeah, like I said, I bought the 125s. 4x32 millimeter scope, and it does have the drops, like I said, out to 80. You will see if you watch that video accident I did on Guns in the 701's YouTube channel. It's on the beans, man. I mean, and I wasn't like right in there, but I guarantee I was right in the freaking kill zone easily. A rope cocking device, a string and lube wax. Yeah, I think I bought some other string and lube wax. Their string and lube wax was kind of trashy, I thought, but that's the only thing I'll bash them about. But who cares? I mean, so it comes with, here's the features. They say rope hold. Yeah, it's cool if you never shot a crossbow like the old one I had, you just put the rope over it. This one actually has a little like a detent button, and it snaps and holds your rope in, which doesn't sound like much, but it is pretty freaking handy. I will say that. Soft lock, floating bristle arrow retainer. Yeah, that was better than the other one I had with like a steel spring thing. And they talk about the trigger is $200 value. I believe that, man. That trigger is real freaking nice. Pre-installed string dampeners. Yeah, it's probably quieter than my other one too. Bowtech, that's who made the other one I had that Eric bought from me, the Bowtech. I'm not bashing that one, but that thing was like 15 years old. This one's way newer. But the Bowtech was loud. This one's noticeably quieter and noticeably lighter. 3-pick the tinny rails. I mean, I'm probably not going to use those. CNC machined aluminum flight track. Okay. I think my other one had that too. Again, sit here, you can get the crank device sold separately. And maybe at some point I will, but I don't know. Maybe by the time I buy another crossbow, I'll buy one of those Ravens, which, I mean, I don't know. This thing's pretty good. I don't know that I'm comfortable shooting past 80 yards with it. What? They're just like a rifle, JD. Well, they're not. It does have an adjustable, like it's like an AR-15 buttstock. I do freaking like that. That is really nice. You can get it in veil stroke camo, which mine is. Mine has a camo. It's pretty cool. Draw weight 200 pounds. As I said, it was harder to cock. 13-inch when it's cocked, axle to axle. It's noticeably narrower than my old one. 6.2 pounds, so basically like a short-barreled AR with nothing on it. Kinetic energy 135, power stroke 13.8 inches. I have no damn clue what the power stroke means. So, I mean, that's like a Ford engine diesel to me, the power stroke. But so if you get a crossbow, hey, that XP405 affordable shoot. And when I shot groups, man, it 40 yards, I'm shooting, I'm like 3-inch groups, maybe even smaller. So I would definitely recommend that to anybody who's looking for a crossbow. If not, it's traditional archery. Hey, by all means, love that too. Get after it, man. That's not my deal anymore because of too many freaking injuries and surgeries. So, you know, tell you what, we're about 20 after here. I'm gonna hit our first ad here. Yeah, Blackbeard's a 200-pound draw. Yeah, trust me, Blackbeard. You pull her back, you'll the barn doors are flexing. It's like you get on the machine and you do the roll back. Yeah, the lats will blow out the butterfly or whatever you want to. Cobra head. Mine's more like a water snake head when it puffs out, but you know. All right, we're gonna hit man. All right, Clay said he did these ones. I wonder. All right, I'm just gonna do the Lauer one right now. Be right. You know what? I'm gonna do this one right here. We got 2 big dogs now. Maybe this is it. We'll see. If not, I'll just let her ride and we'll cut it off. We'll be right back. Sorry, I'm mumbling. Coming back. Smith & Wesson suppressor optimized AR-15 rifles. We're going to talk about them when we come back.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Stranding.
Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
KALON'S Auto Service, owned and operated by KALON and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just 1 block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon, KALON'S Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
All right, we are back. JD 701 Nation, episode 34. Thanks everybody for joining in tonight. Let me catch up on a couple of these comments. Cracker on extended credit, says Doug. 200-pound drawweight. I know injuries and surgeries. Thankful to be walking, says Boom. Yeah, you had definitely had your share of that, man. Lauer boys can be my friends. P-Dogs are my favorite. This is Boom Country. Hey, what do you guys think of my background on here? I did a little different thing with the. You can't see the whole thing. It's actually some AI image I made of my 701 Nation in the back, and I said, create a hot woman in a bikini holding a couple hands. He goes, there she is. You can't see the hand. He goes, with the AI made her hands backwards and stuff. But I don't know. It looks pretty good back there, I thought. Anyways, let's move on here. Smith & Wesson, I always buy, when I buy AR-15s, I always do a bunch of stuff to them. And, now it's cans. You got to buy the adjustable gas block and all that. And I saw these, which were kind of intriguing to me. I do like Smith & Wesson stuff. I own a couple of Smith & Wesson firearms, as a matter of fact. But they call these AXE, which stands for Ambidextrous Ambi-X Enhancement, which you'll see what I mean. I don't know. It's kind of a fancy name for just saying they got some ambidextrous stuff on them. But that's not the only thing they got. The new M&P15 AXE rifles, they say reliable, durable, and change the game when it comes to suppressed shooting. They are. I mean, somebody asked me, like, what kind of cheaper, I just want an AR-15. I always recommend a M&P because they're good. They're damn good rifles. Steve says he can hardly see me with that background. LOL. Yeah. Oh, there's a guy on here doing a live stream here. Yeah. Hey, I did a pretty good job with her anyways. They have 4 models chambered in 5.56. They all share the 7075 T6 aluminum upper and lower receivers. Ambidextrous controls, right? So that's right and left-handed. Radian Raptor charging handle, which the Radian's kind of got both ends on. I think it's kind of like that gas buster thing too, where it blows it to the side if it comes through. Williams folding sights. Never heard of Williams folding sights. They look pretty cool if you look on them. I'm sure they'll work great. And an M&P grip that ships with 4 interchangeable back straps. Like I got an M&P 2.0 handgun, and it comes. You can flip the back. It looks pretty handy. I mean, for your smaller hands, bigger hands, it actually looks like it's pretty handy. I'm more of a for a grip on ARs. I like the Hogue over molded, but I'd like the grip on my M&P 2.0. So hey, I'm not saying I'm out on getting another AR. I might even have one of these. Dougie says, "Boom country, we can definitely be friends." Good evening, Dan Brown from the Western Edge. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in as usual. Blackbeard says, "Hands may be screwy, but everything else is proportional, brother." Yeah, she is. Like I said, that's hey, I did a good job on it. I actually did say a brunette gal too. Lynette says, "That's a lot of toxic testosterone, JD. Yeah, testosterone. I mean, she's saying in tongue in cheek, toxic. That's the leftist. So I say, Doug Wolf, get a hold of me, but it's coyote season. Be ready, says Boom Country. Yeah, Boom's a big coyote hunter, man. So each Axe rifle here, maybe Axe needs one. Axe Hondo rifle utilizes suppressor optimized. They call it a GVAC system. It's like so this GVAC thing, they say it's similar to the barrel on like an M1 Abrams tank. It's got like an upper and lower chamber. You got the barrel for the blowback, and then it's supposed to like suck all the not all of it, but most of the carbon out. And they say you don't even need a suppressor or unsuppressed. It runs good. I haven't dug into that a whole lot, but I mean, you can watch a video on it. It makes sense to me. The GVAC system upper to help minimize gas blowback when shooting suppressed and includes a Gemtex ETM flash hider installed on the muzzle. Right. So, I mean, and then you can just buy a Gemtex. So they must have a deal going with Gemtech, and then Gemtech suppressors, I think ones I've been around sound great. Work good. So yeah, you can get that. Bolt carrier group for these rifles is designed with a Carpenter 1580 steel bolt, 8620 steel carrier, chromed firing pin for dependable ignition. What about everything else? You always talk about chrome line. Yeah, they got a thing called Armor Night coating, and I think it's just basically a nitride bath, which makes it super slick and like got a lot of viscosity, easy to clean. What I've seen, so if you can't chrome it, do that. Maybe for all I know, the viscosity is the same. Got the 5R rifling, 1 and 8 God's twist for 223. What I always say. I mean, a lot of guys are like, well, I shoot, whatever long range bullets. I like a 1 and 7. I like a 1 and 8. I'm not against 1 and 7. 1 and 8 just happens to be my personal favorite. 3 of them they got the 3 of them that are black with the Armor Night finish. They ship with the Magpul CTR adjustable carbine stock. I love the CTR stock. Midwest Industries Combat M-Lock free float handguard. Midwest Industries. I mean, you've been around ARs for years. That they make freaking great handguards. They come with a 16.1 inch, 14.5 inch, and 11.5 inch barrel configurations. They got a performance center one too, the Smith & Wesson. They got a Magpul DT carbine stock, the Hyperfire, and they come with like a flat trigger too. I'm not sure what the pull weight is on the ones that aren't performance center, but this performance center Hyperfire enhanced duty trigger, they call it, 4.5 to 5.5 pounds. Looked it up. And the performance center's got like a gray Cerakote finish. Looks pretty badass. A lot of people, there's a lot of people call it urban gray or whatever, but it looks pretty badass. I like it. I'm kind of like gray man anyway. So lifetime warranty, weight ranges from 6.2 to 6.6, comes with a 30 round mag. MSRP, so this is going to be like 100 over what you're going to find them for. Low range 1580, upper 1650. So yeah, you're looking for an AR, check that baby out. Seems like a pretty sweet AR to me. Like I said, I like Smith & Wesson stuff, so check that out. And hey, you got anything better than that, let me know what you think. What would you recommend for somebody for getting an AR? But that thing, I mean, if it's running good with the can as they claim, with or without, why not? And then you can get the nice trigger in it and shit. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so we got a little. Let's go to the comments here. Eric Newman, did someone say Yotes boom country Blackbeard going to be in Nebraska soon on a private ranch? Awesome, man. Yeah, Boom said yes, sir. Eric Newman, he is talking coyotes. Just kidding. Us right wing girls love you guys. Yes, indeed, Lynette. I do know that. Why wouldn't you though, right? Matter of fact, let me see if I missed any comments here when I was ducking down reading this stat stuff. Doug Wolf, get a hold of me. Okay, so I got that one already. Coyote season. Blackbeard says that too. Call me, brother. He wants to hunt some yotes. We got to make up for that weekend there on Pheasant Black. You come up, we'll do some coyote calling, man. We got to wait till deer season's over there. I'm not going to hit on that before or after that. So, all right, next up, guys. If it seems like I'm going fast with the show, I'm not trying to go fast, but I do have more topics here, and I don't want to go real long. Which by that I mean like past an hour and 25 minutes. So my go-to 22 long rifle round, Axe and I, if you've been watching any of our videos, and we've tested not everything we shoot, we tested, but a shit ton of 20. There's so much 22 long rifle. We just tested this Remington Ranch hand. Didn't say a whole lot about that. In the pistol, we weren't too impressed. And the rifle was great. We shot it in gel at 100. Opened up. Velocity was good. In the pistol, not really. We tested like this one we haven't tested in the gel, but this is one of my favorites. So Winchester, the 37 grain segmented hollow point. That one's pretty awesome too. The Velociraptor, tested that one, the 40 grainer. I've shot that. Gia, even as cheap, Gia, these 38 grain hollow point. They say 1280. I mean, they're pretty close on their velocity. I did like that. That was for a cheap round. The powder smells funny on that shit, though. I mean, that's my only complaint, but it's not my favorite. I think Boom Country said the CCI Stinger 32 grainer is what he was talking about earlier, and that thing's smoking at 1640. Axe and I tried that too, tested that one, and of course we tried like the self-defense. I think we talked about this, the CCI Uppercut and the Federal Punch 29 grain. Well, when we did that, my favorite round, which is my go-to round, like I told you, for targets, varmints, and for self-defense, the Mini Mag, CCI Mini Mag 36 grain hollow point. That thing opened up and penetrated better than out of the pistol and the rifle, from this Federal Punch or this CCI Uppercut, which is self-defense rounds. And so Axe and I pretty much looked at each other at the end and said, well, I think the CCI Mini Mags are, and the Federal or the Winchester, the white box, pardon me, pretty good ammo too, really. I mean, yeah, you get some misfires in there, but I mean, overall, good bullet, opens up real good and penetrates pretty good. If you're getting 11 inches of penetration doesn't sound like much. Like I said before, the average human body, this guy who was a coroner said it's like 9.5 inches. So 11.5 inches, you're going to blow right through somebody. Josh Patterson says, I like CCI Mini Mag hollow points. Exactly, Josh. And I always shoot hollow points. I never shoot solids. I know some people cringe at that. I like shit to open up and damage. I don't like a solid. I mean, what am I going to need to penetrate with a solid? Well, in the wintertime, I'll go with these 36 grain hollow points. Lynette K just popped over to Facebook. They totally deleted you from my live feed. Really? Okay. Oh, that sucks. I'll check it out once here. Well, I'm still. Yeah, I'm still live right now on. Check it out here. Now, Guns in the 701, Lynette, I'm live there. Let me go to my personal page and check it out once here. Nope, must be on your end. I'm still live on my personal page and on GAT701. So don't know what to tell you. And it fed properly. Yeah, that's right. Dougie's talking about the CCI. I mean, it fed beautifully. It hardly ever, almost never have a jam with that stuff. Almost never. So CCI Mini Mag, that's my go-to. I don't know what you guys are saying is your go-to. Blackbeard says, I still got you here. So what I did, I'll tell you guys maybe what happened on that. I didn't go to a couple of our Facebook page. I'm trying to force people to go to our GAT701 page on Facebook because we're on like 4 different ones when we go on GAT701. So I want people to go to that page. We are picking up subscribers on there at a damn good rate. I'm real happy with that with our new page. I think in the last couple of weeks we picked up like 150. So yeah, we're doing good, and I'd like to funnel more people there because I know we got Guns and the 701, and Clay goes to Clay Peter, his personal, which is fine. I go to my personal page too, and so does Blackbeard. But then there's a different one too. I can't remember what that's called. So I'm trying to get people to go there. And same with on Rumble. If you're listening on Rumble, we got like the old Rumble page. I'm not even going live to that. I'm just going to the new one. And we got like the backup Facebook page or YouTube channel. I'm not going to that. I'm just live on GAT701 and in my JD 701Nation JD page. I'm trying to get everything more conglomerated. Who knows? It might not work. I can see by not doing it. We're not up to our usual standard of viewers, live viewers at the point, but whatever. We got kicked out of the chat and had to sign back in. Freaking bots, really? What the hell? You're on Commie too, but I wonder if we're on. We should be on X. I did go. I think I shared that. I know this is bad for listening here, but I'm just gonna check it out. Yeah, we're still live on X. What's up, X? I'm glad we got people watching on there. Rumble. You can't comment on Rumble or our webpage, so that kind of sucks. But hey, whatever. So whatever. You guys got, I don't know, you guys got your favorite 22 long rifle rounds. Let me know. Like I said, mine's a CCI Mini Mag. The Aguias work pretty good. I guess I never really had a problem with those feeding or anything. But Steve Langley says, hollow point stops sooner after fire, so seems a little safer if you're hunting as a group. Yeah. I mean, the ones that we shot that like these, like I was talking about the personal defense ones that Federal and CCI makes, they penetrated more. They didn't open. So, I mean, yeah, you're right there for sure, Steve. I want that thing to open and do some damage and stop the threat, which they did. So, all right. So, like I said, you guys got anything else on that? We're going to move on to the next one, and after this, we're going to hit our break, and I still got a couple more, some other stuff to talk about. Next up here is what I'm talking about. Standing tall on the Second Amendment. Silencer Central takes FedEx to court. Now, what the heck's that all about, JD? Well, I'll tell you what. They had a deal. Silencer Central, they kind of pioneered this home suppressor delivery thing. I don't know how it all works, but it's totally legal. You went on there and did it, and they shipped it, and FedEx was the one who delivered the suppressors to your home, I guess. So they initiated a lawsuit against FedEx and its subsidiary corporations, filed October 8, 2025 in the Southern Division of the District of South Dakota. The complaint seeks to recover damages caused by FedEx, alleged negligent misrepresentation and breach of contract. So I got to read what they say, I guess for legal shit. Silencer Central and CEO Brandon Maddox, which I've heard Brandon on a number. I think Scott Bachmeyer might have had him on too. Sounds like a pretty good dude. He says, I have been discriminated against by big banks for over 20 years because of the type of business I'm in. Now it looks like common carriers are changing the rules to avoid transporting firearms and accessories. Having just achieved a landmark reversal from JP Morgan Wealth Management regarding discriminatory denial of services, we're fighting back against FedEx to ensure firearm manufacturers and related organizations get fair treatment from one of the nation's largest courier companies. Yeah, so yeah, like all these banks were discriminating. If you did firearms, they weren't loaning money to like suppressor companies or firearms companies. I'm sure Clay and I talked about this before. But yeah, they saw that coming, and Trump came in there and told them they can't do that kind of shit, and they went to court. I don't know if Trump did, but his, Pam Bondi or somebody did, right, the Justice Department. But yeah, that got reversed. And even states have stuff like that. North Dakota has a law like that, as a matter of fact, too. So yeah. So I'll go on here with this with FedEx thing. They woke up one morning and decided, this is what Maddox was saying, they didn't want to ship suppressors. Our agreement with FedEx was negotiated over months. Key details were confirmed and reconfirmed, and we entered into a major contract in good faith. Based on the agreement, we transitioned our nationwide home delivery network to FedEx, only to have the rug pulled out from under us. Almost overnight, FedEx decided it would not or could not provide the door-to-your-door customer delivery service, which was central to our agreement. Yeah, because that was their big selling point for Silencer Central, is you can get them delivered right to your door. Throughout 2024, Silencer Central and FedEx engaged in negotiations to consolidate Silencer Central's suppressor transportation business, including the at-home delivery, which was then being fulfilled by another shipping company, which I don't know who that was. Maybe it was UPS. I don't know. I think UPS, I don't even know that they deliver guns anymore. I think they got rid of their FFL for whatever. I mean, there's an opening here for somebody to open a damn real shipping company that'll ship guns and whatever, because it's a legal product. It's a goddamn product it's your right to own. So I don't, these companies are, I mean, are they buckling to Bloomberg and Mom's demand confiscation and shit, or what? I don't know. FedEx representatives even came to Sioux Falls to tour Silencer Central and learn more about its business process and needs. Silencer Central's complaint alleges that FedEx misrepresented its intent and capabilities during negotiations and within the contract itself. FedEx extensively courted Silencer Central and agreed to specific terms in order to win its business. Nevertheless, shortly after the contract was signed and the transition enacted, FedEx hanked out and gave notice that it would no longer fulfill customer suppressor deliveries. A little more here and then I'll be done with this. Maddox concluded, it's hard for me to believe FedEx actions were motivated by anything other than anti-gun sentiment. I could not agree more with that. It's unfortunate and unfair that this dispute with large national service providers seems to inordinately affect law-abiding, fully compliant firearm-related businesses. I hope the new administration will look into this discriminatory treatment of lawful commerce in the two-way space. I do too. I mean, but I can see where you could get him for breach of contract or whatever. But I mean, I would not be in favor of them saying you will deliver this product for him. It's a private company. I guess if they don't want to, do I think it sucks? Yeah, but like I said, somebody's got to have enough money to to get a company going. I don't know, Dakota Couriers, make it U.S. Couriers or whatever. I don't remember the other one there. What is a white and green trucks running around town? They're out of Minneapolis, so who knows? They probably don't do it either. So let's see here. I'm on tube. You're up. All right, I'm on you. Matt Simon, what's up, buddy? GOP chairman Matt Simon, who wants to go in on a box hand with me? yeah, right. To deliver the product. No doubt, Matt. That would be hey, not a bad idea. I mean, somebody with some coins to rub together could come up with a hell of a lot better business, in my opinion. Right? I would think so. All right, let me see. Let's hit one of our breaks here. We got to do. I know we did the first one. Clay said he had it. I got to switch back over to guns in the 701s deal here and see if I can find. Where's our two main ones here? Not that one. You know what? I'm gonna play our two big ones because we went through all of them there in the first one. So I'm gonna cut it out. You know what? I'm gonna cut it off when we get our two big dogs done, and we'll be right back. And then tell you what, guys and gals, we're gonna talk about. I got something to play for you guys when we come back. First, I got a quick 1 minute video I did about the steel shooting challenge, but then we're gonna talk about this crap in Delaware. Joe Biden's home state, man. All hunters under age 21 need to hunt deer or whatever they're hunting with adult supervision. Under 21, really? I mean, really? Jesus, that is so freaking ridiculous. We'll be right back. Got our big eggplant sponsors here. We shall be right back, folks.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Lauer Auto. Don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
KALON'S Auto Service, owned and operated by KALON and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just 1 block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon, KALON'S Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for
All right, we're back. Sorry I had to cut that short, but I told you commercials aren't all tied in right, or maybe I'm missing them. But hey, guys, if you're listening to it, don't forget, hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe, please. If you're not subscribed to my new personal, well, new old, but I've been promoting it a little bit there. 701Nation JD on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that one up. Give it a like and a share if you like. But I'll tell you what, we got the second annual Deer Rifle Steel Challenge coming up on the 25th. Like I said at the beginning of the show, not sure if I'm going to be there. I might be doing something with my dad, but I got a little 1-minute video here, action I made up. You guys can check it out. It's probably nothing you don't already know, but check it out. We'll be back here about a minute and we'll talk about it a little bit. Hey, JD here, Guns in the 701 Nation, coming up October 25th, 10:30, right here, the second annual Deer Rifle Steel Challenge. If you didn't see the first one, go back on our YouTube channel, check it out. Starting out at 300, got to hit that baby in the kill zone. Anybody does that, we move it out to 4, got to hit it then. Anybody sticks in there at 4, we move out to 480, and we're going to go until somebody gets eliminated. Bring your deer rifle out. We're looking forward to doing it. We'll probably have a little kitty in there too, right, Axe? Somebody's got to have a little incentive and maybe have some GAT701 swag. But again, October 25th, 10:30 a.m., Deer Rifle Steel Challenge. All right, Axe, show everybody where they got to hit it at 300 to move on. Yep, dead center. I mean, you don't get much better than that.
Here we go.
Money, making crap for money.
All right, there it is, gang. Hey, looks like fun, man. I love that first, and hopefully it'd be nice if when it happened, it goes off on the 25th, that the wind would be that low. Because when we did, man, I think all of our challenges, other than maybe the coyote challenge, maybe the wind was, I don't know, like 8 or 10, but it was a direct. Yeah, but that day, Axe and hey, man, Axe drilled that baby, and that was actually the SBR ammo. He got it dialed in a little bit, Steve. I like it. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. The screen cut it off here. We had the whole thing, but I mean, you got the gist of it there. Not punch it out in the middle of the deer, and should be a fun contest. And we were talking maybe, depending on how many people show up or how long it goes or whatever, we might do a little bonus, like offhand 100-yard one, and try that. Get a little prize going in there. Speaking of swag, if you were one of the great Americans which when I put up my gear for the stuff I got, I appreciate everybody who wanted some. I've got the order in today. So if you got a hat or a shirt, it's going to be. I talked to the owner of the place there, and the great people down there. Tango Fox Tactical and what's the HH Apparel. No, they're not a sponsor. I mean, maybe doing something in the future with them here. I don't know. I'm going to go talk to them next week, but yeah, getting the caps, the hoodie, not the hoodies, but the T-shirts in. So if you got that, I know my MVE brother Brian Warner, he's getting something. My buddy Travis George, you know who you are if you're getting something. But they're coming. I got another different kind of cap coming too, and some other stuff I'll show you guys. I got we're looking. Hey, it's always nice and my brother man Blackbeard, I got his cap coming too. So awesome. And Lynette, I think they're gonna have your shirts in next week. That's what he said, but they were short today, even on the white ones. So anyway, let's see. Eric Newman says, I can't make it. I'm on call that weekend for work. Damn, that sucks, Eric. What? If you miss this one, we're still gonna do I don't know if we're gonna have as many as we did before, but we're definitely gonna have the coyote challenge again too. That's probably gonna be in January, February or something when nothing really is going on. So Josh Patterson, the wind doesn't blow at axes. Yeah. if only it didn't, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, Josh? But yeah, if you ever shot out at axes, when you get a day without wind, it's a joy. I mean, any day in North Dakota, really. But so anyway, let's hit on this. I was telling you, Delaware. Oh man, Delaware. Like I said, Joe Biden's state, man. Joe Biden's that he claims anyway. I don't know if he's in Pennsylvania or Delaware, wherever the hell he claims he's from, wherever he needs to be from when he needs votes. But Delaware hunters voicing opposition to a new law that went into effect that will require all hunters under age 21 to hunt with adult supervision. So yeah, if you're not 21 in Delaware, I guess they think you're still peeing your pants or you're not very responsible or something. Previously, Delaware residents 16 and older could hunt without adult supervision once they'd received their hunting license. I mean, that's reasonable to me, right? But not according to, you're going to figure out, I mean, I'm sure most of you know already who put this law into effect here. According to SpotlightDelaware.org, House Bill 451 raised the minimum age to purchase a gun from Delaware. This passed in 2022. Raised the minimum age to purchase a gun in Delaware from 18 to 21. So yeah, again, the 18 to 21 thing, right? You're 18, you can do this and you can join the military and this and that, but you can't buy a gun. It also requires that residents under the age of 21 must have the. I mean, it's hard enough for me not to laugh. Adult supervision while hunting in this. I mean, I can't even imagine being 20 doing that. I mean, much less when I was 17 or 18. My buddies and I hunted all the freaking time without adult supervision. That is absolutely freaking ridiculous. Hunters, particularly those in southern Delaware, are speaking out about the more restrictive hunting supervision rules that took effect on June 30th. They say the law puts a damper on long-time hunting culture norms and is a misplaced attempt to crack down on gun violence. So it isn't misplaced. They're doing this shit on purpose. It's just a way to try to deter people from hunting and being gun owners. Because as I said before, a lot of people start out hunting and that gets them into guns more. I mean, I know, goddamn FUD. It does, man. Almost everybody I know who owns a gun started out as hunting, and they got more into guns. I mean, you hunt with guns. Hey, that's a cool gun. Somebody's got a different gun, and you can pretty soon you own a bunch of them, like I got, right over here behind me on the wall. Aiden Cortez, an 18-year-old from Ellendale. Oh shit, he's gonna live out there with old Blackbeard. I guess there's an Allendale, Delaware. Said the new rule hinders the independence he's been working towards since his childhood. They quoted him here. He said, most of us around here were taught to shoot at about age 10, and a lot of us received our first hunting rifles or hunting shotguns around 12 or 13. By the time you're 18, it's just second nature to you. Right. Sounds just like growing up around North Dakota or anywhere pretty much to me, right? Start out with your 22, you learn how to shoot from, your dad, your grandpa, your mom, your uncle, your aunt, whatever, neighborhood kids. And that's how it was. Here you go. Delaware State President Pro Tempore Dave Sokola, Democrat, one of the sponsors of HB 451, said since 21 is the minimum age for buying alcohol and renting a car, it just made perfect sense to make purchasing and operating a gun consistent with those other limits. Well, guess what, dude? Renting a car and buying alcohol is not a right. Second Amendment is a right. Owning, keep and bear arms is a right. And the founders didn't put an age limit on that shit. Tracy Manza Murphy, executive director of the Coalition for a Safer Delaware. Of course, I guarantee it's a gun control group, a group that lobbied for House Bill 50 and agreed with Sokola, saying she's mainly concerned with the fact that 18 to 21-year-old brains are still developing, which can cause them to be impulsive and reckless. I mean, I know 40-year-olds that do that. So should we raise the age to 40? I mean, get it freaking God. That's always their damn. And the longer they can stretch you out from doing something you enjoy and you just give it up. And if they get one person to not buy guns and support the Second Amendment, it's a win for them. They love it. They love that shit. She goes on here, this Tracy Manza Murphy. Giving them access to lethal means during those times means that you get worse outcomes because they're just unable to regulate themselves. this lady, she probably, see what happens is she can't regulate herself with anything, so she doesn't think anybody else can. That's the Democrat train of thought. That's the leftist brain right there. If I can't do it, then there's no damn way you can, right? I guarantee you that's how she. So far, and this blew my mind here too. 21 states, including Delaware, have passed laws requiring people to be 21 to purchase firearms. I didn't know there was 21 freaking states. Man. Representative Brian Shoup, Republican of Milford, Delaware, disapproves of the legislation. Good, and he should. And like usual, the Republicans got to come in here with some common sense and reality. For many of these 18 to 20-year-olds, it's a great outlet for them to be outdoors and appreciate the natural beauty. They're not picking stuff like going to bars or getting in trouble in other ways. Exactly. I mean, and I have no, I go to the bar myself. I'm not telling people they're troublemakers if they do it. Jeff Hague, I think I'm pronouncing this right, Hague, executive director of the Delaware State Sportsman Association, the state's NRA affiliate, said the legislatures that support this type of legislation don't have a clue about hunting, fishing, trapping, any sporting events, or any competitive shooting events. They pass these laws about firearms because it's easy, which he's 100% right. These people don't shoot, they don't hunt. When he says fishing too, they don't fish and they damn sure don't trap. I'll promise you that. They sit in their big city and think they know better than everybody else, including people who live outside of city limits in the goddamn real world, who have common sense and their brains are in reality. These people probably never even left the city, and they're making gun laws and hunting regulations for people who know far more about it than they ever freaking will. Gibson Wright, director of the Delaware chapter of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, a national hunting and conservation organization, agreed with Hague, claiming the new regulations will primarily impact law-abiding hunters. And by primarily, let me just put a guess on the number of that, about 95+%, probably even freaking more than that. If there's a person, he goes on here, if there's a person who's mentally ill and wants to go shoot some people, he's going to be able to get his hands on a weapon. Right. And that's proven. California, I keep picking on California. I'm picking on them because they got all the goddamn gun laws. They got an A rating from Moms Demand Confiscation. And the gangbangers under 18, hell, under 15-year-olds there in Chicago are causing all the freaking, not all, but the vast majority of the crime with firearms. So this is stupid, man. This is like kind of shit that, doing shit against Clay's boys. They're not going to commit any crimes, but yet if that law was here, Clay would have to go hang out with them and hunt till he's 20. I mean, he'd have to do it. Clay would do it anyways, but I mean, he'd have to freaking do it. Or are my daughters that old? No, it's freaking ridiculous. One more thing here. Shoup said that when legislature resumes in January, he plans to introduce legislation to overturn the law's hunting supervision requirements. Good luck, Mr. Shoup. I sure as hell hope you can get it overturned. Seriously doubt that shit in a state like Delaware that is massively controlled by freaking leftists. No, they're not Democrats, they're leftists anymore. So let me get to some of these comments here. I know I got a little involved in that, but got my blood going, makes me feel good. Doug says to Josh about the wind out there, never, Josh, and the laughing emoji with tears. Yeah, for sure. Steve Langley, our buddy out in Minnesota, former NRA man here, leftist shit. Exactly, Steve. Second Amendment is a right. Right on, JD. You bet. Absolutely. It's a civil right. 100% it's a civil right. The first 10 amendments are your civil rights. The Second Amendment, it's a second. It's not the 11th. It's the Second Amendment, right behind freedom of speech and all the other ones in there, right? That the Democrats will defend. Well, I mean, they defend them, but I think a lot of times they don't really defend it. They do it for political. Anyway, Matt Simon says, but 18 to 21 can be drafted and deployed, serve on a jury, be sentenced for life, vote, and make pornography. Yeah, good point, Matt. I mean, that's an awesome point. You mean you put all them in there? For sure. But yet you can't. Right. You can make freaking pornos, right? I mean, or go to prison for life. Man, I mean that is awesome, man. I'm gonna lock that one in there. That is great, man. I mean, you're 100%. Or vote. Yeah, you can vote again. Or voting rights. The Democrats, they don't want you to have an ID to vote. But yeah, you can't buy a gun with your Second Amendment right. But your First Amendment right, you can do whatever the hell you want. Great job tonight, JD. Have got to get grandkids to bed. Thanks, man. Hey, Steve, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words, my friend. I hope you come back. And if you miss it, hey, pass that. It's going to be on later tonight on the podcast. If anybody listen to the podcast, go ahead and pass that on to them. I know might have started out a little slow. I apologize for anybody listening. I got a little emotional there when I said that about my dad. And, it's hard not to do that, man. I love my dad. Brian Warner says, this is why I trust I don't trust people with hyphenated names. Exactly. Which the Brian's referring to the gal there from the safety thing there in Delaware. She did have a hyphenated name. Yeah, Guns in the 701. Exactly, Matt. Yeah, that was an awesome comment. Great point, Matt. Hey, Matt, everybody's agreeing that you did kick ass, and I love that comment. But by the way, we got to get you back on either here or with Blackbeard or Guns in the 701, Matt. I know we said when you had you on, that was a great show, that we had to get you back on. We do got to get you back on, man. Matt's chairman of the North Dakota Republican Party. Awesome guy, by the way, and big Second Amendment and gun guy. So Blackbeard Logic. Now tell us how you really feel, brother. Righteous Round. Thanks, Blackbeard. I appreciate that, my brother. Josh Patterson says, my boy is 16 and hunts alone a lot. Bird hunting and archery hunting. Yeah, when I was in high school or junior high even, really, my buddies and I would get home from school, football practice, whatever they were doing and I was doing, and we'd take our shotguns and go out bird hunting, man. It was my parents, their parents, we didn't care. It was just that they 12 gauge. Oh, God, semi-automatic. You had a 12 gauge semi-auto when you were 15? Yeah. No shit, we did. He couldn't wait to turn 16 to hunt alone, Josh says. Matt Simon, game for any and all. Awesome, Matt. I'll tell you what, Matt, I don't know what you're doing. Like I said, next week, 22nd, man, Wednesday. Look at your schedule. If you can come on with me, by all means. You don't have to come on for the whole show if you don't want. But if you can come on for a segment or for, half hour, more than happy to have you on. I'm open. Otherwise, it's going to be just JD talking gun shit again, man. So let me know. If you can, you can. If I'd love it. If not, hey, man, understandable. So don't force yourself to do it. But if you can, let me know, brother. You got my phone number. Text me and let me know. So, all right, 9 o'clock, 9 bells. Let's all right. Let's go to the happy ending chronicle here again, shall we? Again, I don't know why I said again, but I did because in my mind I was thinking running that commercial again there and the ad with the deer rifle steel challenge. Anyway, let's do this. Cumberland, Indiana. A quiet Sunday evening in Cumberland turned tragic. That's your opinion. I'll say whether it's tragic or not, in my opinion. Just after 7 p.m., officers of the Cumberland Metropolitan Police Department responded to reports of a disturbance involving a firearm on the 11,300 block. 11,300 block of Dunshire Drive. Dunshire! When they arrived, they found a distressed woman outside the home. She told officers that a man was inside the residence and had been shot after attacking her. Inside, police located a man suffering from a gunshot wound. He was rushed to a hospital in Indianapolis in critical condition, where doctors performed emergency surgery. Despite their efforts, the man died from his injuries. What was that? Man, was that good or bad, JD? Let's continue on here and find out. According to early findings, the man and woman knew each other, and he had been invited to the home. At some point during the visit, the man reportedly made repeated unwanted sexual advances. So, yeah, I don't care if you dated or you didn't date or you knew him, and if the woman doesn't want your advances, that means no. No means freaking no, man. That's common sense. When the woman tried to put space between them, the man followed her into another room where a sexual assault began. In the midst of the attack, the woman managed to access a freedom rod, whether it was a rod or whether it was a hand cannon, I don't know, and fired one shot, striking the man. She also sustained injuries during the assault and was later treated at a nearby hospital. Investigators interviewed witnesses and gathered physical evidence at the scene, which authorities say aligns with the woman's account. She has been cooperating fully with police. Cumberland police have notified the Marion County Prosecutor's Office, which will review the case once the investigation concludes. So far, No charges have been filed. I doubt they will. I mean, I'm not going to go ahead and assume completely, but it sounds like it just, they dated and this guy went over there and thought he was going to get a, piece of ass again. And the woman didn't want it to go that far. Maybe had him come in and they wanted to talk about it. And well, if you want to sexually assault a woman, to my view here, you get what you deserve. If that's how it turns out. And it sounds like it's gonna. Don't try to sexually assault people. You won't get a goddamn freedom seat run through you. Self-defense laws in Indiana allow individuals. I mean, if this is my daughters, you damn right I want that to happen to somebody who does that to them, and they know how to use guns. Self-defense laws in Indiana allow individuals to use reasonable force, including deadly force, if they reasonably believe it is necessary to prevent serious bodily harm or forcible felony like rape. Absolutely, it should be. In such cases, being trained and familiar with how to use safely and lawfully use a firearm can make all the difference. And it did right here, 100%, and it always does. And we do the Happy Ending Chronicles, and I'll have another one on Friday for Todd's because it happens all the time. Thank God for the Second Amendment and self-defense. Got that out of concealednation.org. Love that story. I'm glad the woman's going to be all right, even after she got assaulted and beat up there for a little bit, man. It's scary shit. Thank God she had a gun. I mean, otherwise, who knows? Who knows what would happen? He might have raped and killed her. So, all right, let me get to some of these comments again. Brian Warner, my MVE brother out there in Dickinson. Mama Joe's grandpa lied about his age so he could fight in World War II. Imagine telling him he had to be 21 to hunt alone. Yeah, unbelievable, right? And Brian's right. There's so many stories of these greatest generation men joining the military, lying about their age, joining the Marines, the Navy, Army, Air Force, Army Air Corps. I can't remember, but yeah, it's crazy. And these guys are over in freaking life or death combat, not going hunting with their buddies for birds. Yeah, man, I think like 15-year-olds I read like joined. World War I was the same way, and Vietnam to an extent. I have read stories about it, but I mean, I think they got it down when they knew everybody's age and shit. But I mean, man, people like that are freaking awesome human beings. He said he 2A's only 16. I'm not sure what that one means, Brian. I apologize, brother. Blackbeard Logic says, give me 15 minutes. I'll make you a star, Matt, or a rebel, depending on the topic, brother. Matt, exactly, Brian. My dad was 17 and went, okay, right there. I was just saying Vietnam. Yeah, see, Matt Simon's dad went, no, man, that is, I probably would have did that, to be honest with you. Those guys are freaking awesome, man. A lot of courage and patriotism and people like that. I applaud those people because I can't imagine. That is freaking awesome. And, that's Doug Wolf. Who's going to enforce the law? Definitely not the lawmakers. Yeah. What are those guys going to do? Go out in Delaware? Hey, the bozo who passed 451 there. You think he's going to go out and bust people and ID them? No. You know what he's going to do? You're going to tell the freaking game wardens to go out and look like jerks and have to do it. Some of them might enjoy it, but I'll bet you most of the game wardens, even in Delaware, probably don't want to do that shit. Yeah, he'll make them go out and do it. You go out and do it. Just like if it ever came down to gun confiscation. You think leftist freaking senator or congressman or woman who passed a law like that would go out and kick doors in and take guns? No. There ain't no way in hell they're going to do that shit. They'd send freaking law enforcement. They'd send people with guns to take your freaking guns. They wouldn't do it. They ain't got the freaking balls to do it, but they'd be more than happy to tell somebody to do it, right? You see who's going out with ICE and doing Christy Noam. That's right. She ain't going in kicking doors, JD. Maybe not, but she's on freaking scene, man, which is more than any Homeland Security director I've ever freaking seen or heard of do. So, I mean, some people got a problem with Christy. I do not. I think she's freaking awesome. I don't give a shit if she goes out there with her makeup and her long hair and does it. That's freaking badass. I love it. And she doesn't know how to use freaking firearms for sure. So, tell you what, we're going to do one more. We're going to do one more break here for top two, our two big sponsors. And then I'll come back. You guys want to see that? Run that one again about the steel challenge or not? I don't know. I do. I want to see it again. I want to see Dougie drill that thing in the center. We'll probably do it. Let me run these two ads again. We'll be back. And
located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
KALON'S Auto Service, owned and operated by KALON and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. KALON'S Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun.
Right on. Hey, JD, 701Nation back here. Hey, man, get out there, support our sponsors, please. It's the way we keep this going. Good people. They support the Second Amendment. They're great Americans. Mega. That's right. Mega. I'm mega. They're mega. Love mega. Love it. Listen, I love it. Let's see, we get some comments here. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button either. Appreciate that. Like I said last week, does it matter? I mean, it definitely helps us break the algorithms, but it sure looks, it makes you guys feel better when you get 10, 15 likes in there instead of 5. Yeah. So let's see here. Doug Wolf says, are those level 4 plates? Yeah. I do have some right there, Axe, actually. Bottom, not Good Friday, Black Friday, man, which is coming up here shortly. No time. Let's tell you, I'm going to run that commercial one more time here. Commercial, we'll call it an ad, I guess, for this deer rifle steel challenge. About a minute long here. We'll be right back, guys. We'll talk about a few other things, and I think we'll shut the show down here for the night and go a little PR stuff, do other little bullshit in here. So right back, check this out. Deer rifle steel challenge coming up on the 25th. Hey, JD here, Guns in the 701 Nation, coming up October 25th, 10:30, right here, the second annual Deer Rifle Steel Challenge. If you didn't see the first one, go back on our YouTube channel, check it out. Starting out at 300, got to hit that baby in the kill zone. Anybody does that, we move it out to 4, got to hit it then. And anybody sticks in there at 4, we move out to 480, and we're going to go until somebody gets eliminated. Bring your deer rifle out. We're looking forward to doing it. We'll probably have a little kitty in there too, right, Axe? Somebody's got to have a little incentive, and maybe have some GAT701 swag. But again, October 25th, 10:30 a.m., Deer Rifle Steel Challenge. All right, Axe, show everybody where they got to hit it at 300 to move on. Yep, dead center. I mean, you don't get much better than that.
Here we go.
Money, money, making crap for money.
All right, Josh Patterson, the boy and I are excited for the steel challenge. Love it, Josh. I love it, man. And I think Dave's not listening now. He's out trucking, but he said he's in. He said it's redemption time, baby. Love that too. I did get a message here from our man Matt Simon. Matt said he's gonna be on. Hey, he said he should be able to make it. Love it. Next 2 Wednesdays, you need to fill airtime with a beautiful bald belt fed, brother. I do, Matt. I'll get hold of you tomorrow. We'll figure it out. And then, yeah, looking forward to having you on next Wednesday. I'll have some stuff. You got something you want to talk about? Let me know. Hey, state chairman, man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about some 701 and some guns. Love it. Guns and hunting. I can't remember if you had a deer tag or not, Matt, do you? Or if you bow hunt, I can't remember. But anyway, so like I said, Friday, Clayton's out. Todd Mitchell, I'm going to be in. Matter of fact, I'm on this Friday, and 2 Fridays after, Blackbeard's on with Todd on Mitchell in the morning. 8:15 a.m., 515 AM radio, 99.7 FM if you're in the Bismarck, Mandan area. Better yet, just get on iHeart radio .com and get on there and listen to us. That way Todd can see how many listeners we got on there. And Friday, 6 p.m. Central, Blackbeard Logic with their man Blackbeard, Leon Francis. He's going to be out, another great show. If you're not, Blackbeard's got a Facebook page now. Get on there, look up Blackbeard Logic. Got some cool promos. He's got some Denzel Washington stuff on there and the 300. Does some damn good work on there. I like that. It's he does some cool shit on there. Blackbeard's a lot more handy in the computer than I am. So on Sunday Sportsman's Devotion, that's at 10 a.m. Central. Our man, Pastor Vance Bishop's going to be on there. Vance does, I think the first one he did there was about 20, 25 minutes. I think Vance was in Georgia, but I think he's in North Carolina now, maybe. And, of course, like I said, the Deer Rifle Steel Challenge, October 25th, that's going to start at 10:30. If you're interested, if you haven't been there, get a hold of me or any of the other guys here or Axe down at Lauer Auto or us here at Guns and 701. We'll give you directions how to get them. If you got a buddy who wants to come along with you too, let us know. It's nice to get a head count so we can see who's coming out and see what we can do. It's going to start out at 300, like I said. You hit that, you're going to 4. You hit it at 4, we're going to 480. And whatever 480, I mean, a lot of people are like 480. That ain't shit, man. Well, bring it. That's all I can say to that. And again, everybody who's getting swag from me there from the new 701Nation stuff. No, I'm not doing a whole big deal right now. But I did have some friends and family who wanted some stuff, and they're getting it made for me down there. So, hey, should have that by maybe the end of the week, like the man said, or early next week, and I'll get it to you. So, looking forward to that, and I'll be back next Wednesday. Obviously, Matt. Right now, NDGOP Chairman Matt Simon is going to be on. We'll figure out how long he's going to be on, to the extent that maybe the whole show, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Josh says, I'm trying to talk to a guy at work and it coming out, but he's not sure yet. Yeah, get him out, man. Have some fun. I mean, why wouldn't you? Get a little rifle time, have some fun with some like-minded people. Well, okay. Clayton says Vance is in Tennessee now. All right, I was close. Maybe he's neighbors with Clay Travis. I don't know. Josh, is a great show again, JD. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for Josh's. Josh is a solid dude. He listens to us all the time. Sports Scott Bachmeyer show. Great guy, Josh. Appreciate your friendship, man. And again, after next week, I'll be on again on episode 36 on the 29th. If you missed that at the beginning, Scott Bachmeyer from Dakota Prairie Outdoors is going to be on, and the first half hour of the show, Jeb Williams, director of North Dakota Game and Fish. Jeb's going to be talking deer numbers, deer tags, and I did see, in case anybody missed it, I know 3F2 is one of the units. I can't remember the other ones. They're doing a buyback of the tags because the freaking EHD shit was coming to. I knew that shit was still hanging around. Getting your tags turned in. Man, if you don't need the deer and you got a tag in one of them units, you can look it up on Game and Fish's website. Turn that tag back in. Let the deer, the population's down the way it is, and then we got EHD coming through and killing them off. Turn it back in. I mean, I get it if you're a kid and you want your kid to do it or something. You didn't get one in youth season, but yeah, look those units up, and then you can go ahead and make your own decision. Going decision from that. But Jeb will talk about it a little bit too with us. And after Jeb leaves that first half hour, Scott and I are going to be talking. That's going to be just a week out from deer opener. We're going to be talking deer rifles. If you didn't catch that before, like I said, I got a magazine up here from 1983, one of my dad's old gun magazines. We're going to talk about back then what they had, like the top, I think it's top 3 or 5 Midwest mule deer cartridges. That'll be interesting to see, compare that from 1983 to now, how much has changed and what we think is. We'll talk about some deer bullets and some deer meat. And I mean, I'm sure we'll go down a bunch of, it'll probably end up being a 2-hour show with all of us on there. So, freaking awesome, man. It's going to be 3E1. Brian says another one of the units. All right. Josh says, I appreciate you too. Thanks, Josh. I mean that, man. You guys are awesome. So yeah, it should be a good show. I'd have a muley doe tag this year for rifle. Going out opening day, I took it off. I'm going to help my uncle and my dad. My uncle's 76, my dad's 74. Hey, can you do stuff at that age? You damn sure can. And regarding my dad didn't have cancer, he has no problem throwing deer around. My uncle doesn't really either. He's in pretty good shape, but man, it just helps people. Trust me, I'm 54, and if I get a deer, I would appreciate help loading that sucker up and gutting it out and everything else we got to do. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And if my dad gets one, and my buddy John's got a buck tag, he'll be up. I'm not sure if he's coming up that Friday or Saturday morning, but he's got a muley buck tag. I got a doe. My uncle Lee, he has one too. He has a gratis tag, and it's gonna be fun. Like I said, I'm going bow hunting this weekend. We'll see how that goes for me. I'm not much of a bow hunter, but I have got a few deer doing it, spot and stock on one, and out of the hunting shack out of the other. So I'm excited to give that a go. A few other things, and pheasant season's still going on for quite a while. I'm not going to do any bird hunting, but not this weekend anyway. Did have a good time bird hunting for sure. So, all right. Anything else? You guys got anything else to add? If not, I think we're going to cut this baby off, and I'll be back next weekend. I'll look for the promo. State chairman of GOP, Matt Simon's going to come on. He might even go on with Blackbeard. Actually, I'm getting some texts here. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to multitask a little by reading them with one eye. And yeah. What do you guys think? Should I keep that background up there for next week? Or I got a few other, because I thought like this one. All right, so this is the one I used right here, which I like that one too. It just seemed a little dark. Really, I like this one too, but to me, this one is hard to see. It did like a cartoon thing with, and I got this other one too. It says 701 Nation with North Dakota, but that one, can't really see that one too good, right? And that's why I said this one here with this gal. Maybe I can take care too, One Shot Cap. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in all the time. I really do. But yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe I keep this one up, make another one. If not, we'll think of something, man. Maybe I'll get one. Maybe I'll do an AI image with Matt back there with his muscle sticking out, holding the M60 like Rambo or something. That'll be pretty. Because Matt's a large American. All right. Having said that, guys and gals, appreciate everybody tuning in. 701. I'll see you Friday. Tune in. Mitchell in the morning, 8:15. I'll be on later that night. Blackbeard Logic, 6 p.m. Central on Blackbeard's Facebook page and all the Guns on the 701's outlets. And Doug, you both threw the eggplant up there right on, brother. And don't forget, I'm always having trouble calling Vance's show here. Sunday Sportsman Devotions, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on all the Guns in the 701's social medias, all our socials, and our website, gunsinthe701.com. Hopefully that's up. Our website's up and running full bore here pretty soon. But I'll see you guys. I will see you. Oh, Matt Simon says, no deer tag 4 years running. Damn. That's right. I think he put it out in the Badlands for a buck. Guess I filled too many concurrent tags for game and fish. No draws for either of my boys either. So I guess we chase birds. Damn. Well, I mean, hey, at least you can go get some birds. The bird population is good this year. And Matt's boys are a couple of football studs. One of them is playing college. Sorry, Matt, I don't remember what South Dakota college it is, but kid's a wide receiver. I seen him making some. He's mossed a few guys already there in college as a freshman, which is awesome. And his other boy there, and I think he goes a century too. Got good lineage of football playing genes there. So you bet, Clayton. Thanks for filling in. He says, anytime, buddy, anytime. I hope your boy gets well soon here. We got a lot of people to put in our prayers here, and he's another one. So pray and keep your fingers crossed. Everybody gets well here and overcomes the adversity we're facing. Because hey, tomorrow it could be our turn. It could be anybody's turn the next day. So till next week, everybody, defend the second. JD 701 Nation and Guns in the 701. Hopefully you can make it next week. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll catch you later. See you, Uncle Dean.